Making choux pastry is so fun and so rewarding. There are so many delicious, sweet things you can do with this dough, but you can also do something savory with it that is absolutely incredible. If you have never tried a gougere before, you are severely missing out. So take your pate choux dough, and then all we're going to do is add a bit more seasoning, add some herbs, and add some shredded cheese, and then bake it, and it's incredible. So yes, I am starting with that same exact pate choux pastry dough that I use for the sweet version of this pastry. If you want to prepare that pate choux dough and then go immediately into this Gougeres recipe, you absolutely can. Otherwise, if you want to make it in advance, you could leave this in your refrigerator overnight, and that is okay too. Then for the seasoning like salt and pepper, that can go straight in for whatever herbs you want to use. I like to just run my knife through those, get them really nice and fine, though I do prefer to use a fresh herb over a dried herb. You can use whatever you have on hand. I really love, especially for winter, the mix of thyme and sage. I think they're so tasty and delicious, especially that sage is going to add this really lovely warm flavor into the Gougeres. So I am just going to chop those up. Again, it doesn't really matter. Gougeres are all about your personal taste preferences. So for the texture of the herbs as well, if you want them in larger or smaller pieces, that is really up to you. If you want to add in any other herbs, if you want to add in rosemary, if you want to add marjoram or oregano, whatever it is, absolutely go for it. Throw it in there. These can be as flavorful or as simple as you want. Then I'm adding in a ton of shredded Gruyere cheese. That is, I think, the most traditional cheese to use for Gougeres. But if you do want to play around, if you want to use a mix of cheeses, you can. Just know that the cheese and the ratio of cheese might be the trickiest thing to adjust. So if you are getting into that adjustment, I would still maybe start with at least some Gruyere cheese and then play around with it from there. And then honestly, that is all. We're done. We have our batter ready to go. All we need to do is scoop the Gougere dough onto our baking tray. I love using a silicone baking mat for baking these. You can use parchment, a teflon baking sheet, whatever. And as you are noticing here, I love using an ice cream scoop so that I have a really similar size, just like I would for a cookie. But if you want to use a couple of spoons, that's absolutely okay. I usually don't add anything to the top of my Gougeres, but if you want to add an egg wash, if you want to add an egg wash and a little sprinkle of cheese, if you want to add just a sprinkle of cheese, that's okay. Then into the oven these go. Unlike choux we're making for a dessert, these ones are a lot simpler to bake. I'm just going to turn this on 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20-25 minutes. We're just looking to make sure that they have risen completely and they turn a really lovely golden brown. Like any other choux, these are going to be hollow on the inside, so if you want to fill them with something savory, a whipped cheese or a smoked salmon or whatever it is you want, you can. Otherwise, these are the perfect snack. They accompany something like a charcuterie board so well, and they are absolutely perfect if you're having a holiday gathering or people over for dinner or drinks or anything like that. I really hope you give this recipe a try. If you've never tried Gougeres, it is an absolute must this holiday season. If you give them a try, let me know what you think. Tag me on Instagram if you make them and want to share what you created. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.